Well, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Neighborly Homestead. Today is kind of a special day, but we're going to do something different. A little bit of kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. We've got some kindling that we're going to split, just a little bit of it. We're going to try to split just a little bit of firewood. I want to talk to you guys about something, and then at the end I'll show you some of the channel stickers that we've got, and I'll show you what I've been doing with them. So, but one of the reasons today is so special is it's Mr. Ian's birthday here. So he's you want to tell him how old you are? Or?
9.
Turned 9 today. So, but and it was his. There's Edwin. It was Ian's request to do some kindling splitting on his birthday, so I said, sure, let's do it. But yeah, so we're gonna get the splitter fired up here and see what we can get done. So we've got the splitter set up down here. I've got the wood trailer here kind of next to it. We're not using the conveyor today. Ian said he was willing to be a woodchuck. So, and then we've got some of this yellow birch here. I've never really gotten any of that. So we're going to split some of that up and see how that goes. I've heard it's pretty stringy. And then we got some kindling rounds or basswood that we're using for kindling wood. So. You okay? We'll just resplit whatever we have to. So we've had questions on how we make our kindling before, and I just want to show you this. Some people ask why we don't use the 4-way and just keep running it through. As you could see on that last piece that I did try to do that. So as I was saying, you could see on that last piece where we did, or at least half of this round, we just raised the 4-way wedge a little bit and just tried running it through. Well, it works okay, but you still end up having to do what I do with these thin board-like pieces and just hold them at the wedge and just keep picking the pieces, you know, the kindling pieces off the side. So you see in the video where I hold the board like this. So get it right here at the end. I hold it at the end almost like I'm running a vertical splitter. Vertical splitter would be real handy for doing this. But the easiest thing I found is to cut the round in half and then start getting these thin boards off the sides. I've had people ask, why don't you stack them all up and get, you know, do multiples at a time. They're harder to hold on to, no different than the guys running the vertical splitters. A lot of times guys in the verticals will only split one flat at a time and chunk the pieces off. Phil Allen does it that way. The other thing is the cradles here on the Eastonmade kind of prevent me from, I could stack these up, but I'd have to do them in the middle. And then I got to stack them all up again. To me, it just takes more time to have to stack those rounds or stack those flats up every single time I want to do it. So that's why we do the thin pieces and then just cut all the thin strips off of each thin piece. So that's why we do that. The other thing you can see is I just put some forward pressure on the pieces as they're going through the wedge that way. And once it gets free enough, I just kind of shoot the pieces off. I hit the handle for the reverse so it retracts. It's not full stroking, kind of like using a foot pedal, but vertical would be nice. Those are just, that's what we got just out of 4 rounds. A decent amount of kindle in there, and that stuff will dry real fast. We use basswood because it's nice and straight, and plus I ended up with a whole bunch of it, and it doesn't really, not really good enough to use for anything else. So now we're going to try splitting some of those rounds. Alright guys, so I had to turn the tractor and the wagon around. Sarah had to get out for a little bit. Ian went to go get a drink of water. So I figured I'd just take a minute to talk to you. There's been a trend going around YouTube Apparently June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I did not know that, but that is a really good thing. So I just want to take a moment to tell you guys, this woodhound community is a great group of people. And there's a lot of different people out there struggling with a lot of different things. I don't, nobody really needs to know your personal business, but listen, this world is better with you in it. Your family is better with you in it. So if you're feeling like you need to talk, I'm here for you. Any of these other YouTube channels, Woodhound guys, they're there for you too. Listen, send me an email, leave me a comment. I'll get you my phone number one way or another. I'd be happy to talk with you if you just need somebody to talk about. And it's just firewood. If you need to talk about firewood, you need to talk about tractors, fabricating, anything you want, just to get your mind off of something. That's great. I'd be more than happy to do that. I'd even be willing to pray with you if you want. I just want to let you guys know this world's better with you here. Your kids need you. Your wife needs you. Your families need you. Just don't hesitate to reach out to somebody before you do something that might impact somebody else's life pretty drastically. So just want you to think about that. I know there's some other channels. Russ at Willie's Firewood, he did a video on this topic, and it's, it can be pretty emotional. But anyways, just I want to do my part in saying that I'm here, and if anybody needs anybody to talk to, don't be afraid to hit me up. So we're going to get splitter fired back up here, and we're going to try some of this yellow birch and see what that's all about. do it again. Hey! Alright guys, we did some of that stack. I know it's not much, but get to where you can see this. So trailer's not full, about half with the wood, maybe a quarter with the kindling. Got a little room. This trailer is about 4 foot by 8 foot, 4 by 7, something like that. Take a little walk, show you what we've been up to. So we had 3 stacks of wood, 3/8 cord of wood there. I actually went and bought because the guy was selling it pretty cheap. The only thing was, a lot of it was cut pretty long. Some of it's like 22, 24 inches. But for campfire wood, it was cheap enough. I didn't have enough dry wood for our sections. But for the first weekend in June, first full weekend in June, this pretty much you could say 2/3 of it's already gone. I did some splitting the other night. I got the rest of the tree service wood that was laying here, that maple that I went and got the first load. I got some of the chunk garbage from the cookies and that on the ground there. I still got to process that second load. I've been cutting on a little bit here and there. So one of the things I did, Ian helped me. We cut down some of the brush that was growing along the driveway here. We had some baskets in there before, but we cleaned it up a little bit. And I started stacking our baskets of section wood for our roadside stands. So, got a couple spots there to put 2 more baskets. And then over here along the driveway, I know in the other one of the previous videos I showed you the stacks of cherry. So, you've got 6 baskets there of cherry. And then these 3 here are bundlewood. And that's stuff that from one of the videos with the conveyor wood that we got stacked up that was bundlewood. Just been cutting on the basswood pile for more kindling rounds. This is one of our kindling baskets. Stuff's drying out pretty good. Got a partial basket of bundlewood or bagwood right there. Another partial here of section wood. So just came in the garage. It's nice and cool in here. Trying to keep it closed up and keep it that way. So I know in the beginning of the video I told you I wanted to show you something at the end. I just want to show you the cabinet that I put my YouTube channel stickers on and any other stickers that I get, and just show you what I do with them. So I have this metal bifold cabinet that I store my oil filters and different things in. And on one side I've got some stickers like NRA and different, products that I bought that I've got stickers from, and different ones we've gotten from different places we went. And what I do, just to show you one, they are magnets. I buy the magnetic sheets that are sticky on one side and just a magnet on the other from Amazon. I will see if I can find the link for them, and I'll post that down in the description. So whenever I get a sticker that I like, I hate sticking it on something, because if I get rid of that something, I lose the sticker. So this way, I turn all my stickers into magnets, and then I can arrange them however I want. The kids like to come in here and move them around on me. But anyways, got my Eastonmade sticker that I got with the splitter. I got a Wolf Ridge sticker from Boonville last year. That's one of our stickers. If you don't have one, send me an email and I'll get to one to you. But some of the other channel stickers that I've got. Outside with Shibe and Mountaintop Outdoors. They were the first 2 YouTube stickers that I got up at Boonville a couple years ago. It was before I even was watching YouTube. And I had no idea how big this YouTube firewood woodhound community was. And I hung on to those stickers, and then I got into YouTube, and I, ended up making them into magnets. Then we got Allen Family Firewood. We got Brian Shotliff Family Firewood. Russ Willie's Firewood, and he's got the Make Firewood Great Again sticker, and the Zackley. Go check them guys out. Mountaintop Outdoors. Haven't seen anything from them in a while, but they had a good channel. They're out east. Outside with Shibe, Adirondack Woodsman. He's up in the Boonville area. Goobs Outdoors and Adventures, and Daniel Atkins. I I got stickers from them in the mail. It was pretty nice. So I know I've got more to put up. So I will have to update you on my sticker wall here, sticker cabinet at a later date. So like I said, guys, go check out those channels. I'm not going to put links for all of them in the description, but you could pause it on that portion of the video and see who they were and go check them out. But they're a bunch of great channels. I got a bunch of support from them. So anything I can do for them, I will try to do my best. So, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I know this was kind of a hodgepodge of a video, and but we got some stuff to do, get some things cleaned up before we got some people coming over later on for Ian's birthday. We're going to celebrate. So, but like I said, thank you guys. Appreciate you watching. We will catch you on the next one. Oh, and real quick, I want to apologize that I know I said that I was going to get the video for the assembly video for the Iron Rhino 16-foot firewood conveyor out. I am working on it. It's going to be a long video. I'll warn you now. What I'm trying to do is not edit out a lot of stuff, because if somebody's going to buy this and they want a video to see it put together, Britt, Foothills Firewood, thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to go with that. I've got about half of the video edited so far. I just don't have that much time to dedicate to one video, so I'm trying to work on it when I have a chance and when I have time. So, but so look forward to that. Like I said, we'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you later.